and welcome to our daily devotion where we share this one thing from our revised common lectionary for Monday, October the 5th. My name is Pam Maston. I'm one of the associate pastors here at First Presbyterian Church of Fort Lauderdale, and thank you so much for joining me today. In my senior year of seminary, my classmates and I were looking forward to finishing up and finally doing ministry. We had our Greek and Hebrew under our belts, our field education requirements completed, our ordination exams taken and passed, and we couldn't wait to don our caps and gowns. We all had mild to severe cases of senioritis, and I would say mine was mild. I was really ready to graduate and be on with life. But I wasn't super excited to do ministry because I didn't know what I was going to be doing. You see, many of my classmates had been called to the church, and they knew when their first call would be. My Methodist friend got called to the Methodist Church in Abilene, Texas. Our Baptist friend found his call very nearby in Trenton, New Jersey. The Presbyterian pastor ended up in Missoula, Montana, and others were called to the ends of the earth. Now, I thought I was called to the church, but I wasn't being called there at the time. Instead, I got called to do more training. Yep, on graduation day, as we were donning our caps and gowns, I went to the mailbox, and there I found my acceptance letter to clinical pastoral education at Florida Hospital in Orlando. Now, clinical pastoral education is basically more training as a pastor, only in the clinical setting. And while it wasn't exactly what I had hoped for me, it was an affirmation that I was on the right track. It was as if God Himself had sent the letter in the mail saying, "Have courage, Pam. I know that your friends and classmates are starting their new ministries, but yours is perfect for now. You are on the right track, and it will all work out for good." So this letter in the mailbox for me was a vision of God's plan for me. And the clinical pastoral education provided a wonderful foundation for the next few years of ministry as a hospital chaplain. Are you ever concerned about your future? Maybe you are discouraged, afraid, or uncertain about God's plan for you. Well, even the great Apostle Paul experienced these feelings. In our passage for today, Acts chapters 22 and 23, Paul had gone to Jerusalem, and the next thing he knew, he was locked up. Yep, he found himself in a cold, damp, dark prison cell. And all because of his bold proclamation of the gospel. In Acts chapter 23, verse 11, it says, "The following night, the Lord stood nearby and said, 'Keep up your courage, for just as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so you must bear witness in Rome.'" That phrase, "keep up your courage," tells us that the apostle needed a special word of encouragement at that particular time and place. Even though Paul was under attack and it looked like he wasn't going to Rome, God provided a vision and a word of encouragement. Even though everyone else had forsaken Paul, Jesus was with him, providing a word of encouragement and presence. Though his circumstances were pretty rough, the Lord was with Paul and shared a vision with him at the time he really needed hope and encouragement. That letter in the mailbox on my graduation day, for me, was saving grace in an unexpected way. A word of encouragement and hope that God did have a plan for me, even if I didn't. Friends, this one thing for today is that if you are going through a difficult time, keep the faith. Keep up your courage. This one thing for today is keep up your courage. God has a plan for you, and it will be revealed at the appointed time. And God is with you and for you, no matter what. Friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Stay healthy